but it's just a coping mechanism. And I feel like it's the way to like kind of discredit any sort of criticism against you. That's a fucking lie, okay? You're making thousands of dollars making these videos and you want me to believe you're making it for your audience?
That I'm not trying to sit here and necessarily play the poor me card through this entire video.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Would you believe it? We have another creator unable to handle criticism in the slightest. In the slightest. Have you guys heard of Colt Caparoon? We recently did a live stream which talked about his Atmos video, as well as Barry John's Atmos video, which was a response to it. Okay, here, let me show you guys everything here really quickly so you can get an idea of what's going on here. So this guy is a Billboard Top 40 mix engineer, session guitarist, mastering engineer, gear junkie in Nashville, Tennessee, with Billboard singles and multiple #1s on iTunes. All right, we get it, bro. How many times do you need to flex this here? He made a video called "This Is Really Getting Out of Hand." Now there are like numerous lies in this video, whether he's lying to himself or he's lying to his audience. I've pre-watched half of it at least already, and it's honestly, if I want to give you like the TLDR, the guy's a giant pussy. I'm sorry, he's a giant pussy. He can't handle the slightest criticism, man. He cannot handle the slightest criticism. Now, if it was just that, it wouldn't really be worth talking about. But in my opinion, in this video, he somewhat emotionally manipulates his audience and says some things that I don't believe to be true. Now, what led him to make this video was another video he made a few weeks back that he got a lot of backlash for, titled "What If Atmos Dies?" It's really not even that bad, too. That's the craziest part. 50 dislikes. Maybe there's more, and there's a lot of negative comments here for sure. Okay, apparently this guy's doing more Atmos mixes than stereo mixes. I don't know. I think whether or not you're doing a lot of Atmos mixes doesn't really mean it's going to become a thing, you know? Like, it's going to be a thing in theaters. It's going to be a thing that people are doing to, you know, try to get those extra plays on Apple Music if they're still doing that. It's going to be a thing that industry people request because they're just trying to, like, you know, diversify the different platforms and listening mediums. So basically, this is just a Q&A with a very clickbait title. Now, his excuse for this clickbait title, which is fine. You don't got to, I mean, he's making the excuse, okay? Like, I don't care if you make a clickbait title, really. What if Atmos dies, okay? Now, when you click on this video, you're expecting it to be, you know, a discussion about what if Atmos dies, okay? Well, almost nothing in the video is about this. In fact, if you search in the transcript here about die, death, and anything of the sort, none of that comes up. None of that comes up, okay? So it's a very clickbait video, which is fine, but you can't really get upset if you clickbait and then people get mad at it, right? So in this video, it's like a majority of him just talking, like doing a Q&A on Atmos. This is funny. Okay, then Barry Johns did a response video, which was very polite. Like, this is probably one of the most polite criticism videos I've ever fucking seen. He was too nice, in my opinion, all right? He was way too nice, in my opinion. Let me just play you, like, a few clips of it so you can catch the vibe here, right?
In a nutshell, kind of sums up my viewpoint on it. I think, yes, does Atmos have its place for music? No, I don't believe it does.
Like, it's very, very, very gentle. Like, you couldn't be more gentle with this man. Now, let's see. Let me see if there are other videos about this. Because he's basically, he's not crying, but metaphorically, he's crying. Old Atmos. All right, let's see. Let's see. Okay, it mostly brings up his videos. Oh, he's done this again. Wait, he's done this before, bro. Barry Johns makes a lot of the same videos, I guess. Bro, okay, I can't even find other videos about this. That's crazy. Maybe they exist. Can't find them, though. We're gonna watch Rick Beato later. So, I don't even see any videos about this. That's funny. Now, that's really funny now, because I've seen half this video already, and he makes it sound way different than the reality of the situation. Okay, let's watch here. Title is called "This Is Really Getting Out of Hand." It's kind of like the Scott Synth thing, like, you know, like trying to like sympathy bait your audience, essentially. My personal take on Dolby Atmos is like, it's cool for movies. Don't give a shit about it in music. The thing about it in music is it's like music is not usually listened to that way. People aren't used to it. No one's going to be buying it at consumer level. It's just not going to be used very much, in my opinion. Whether or not you're getting work for it from large labels, that doesn't really mean anything in the long run. You may be getting work for it right now, but I don't think it'll ever take off. Okay. First criticism I have here, bro. He pressed record on the video and then walked in for dramatic effect. And I'm supposed to believe this guy, because one of the things he's going to say in here is that he does this for his audience. So doing this for your audience, you're just doing this for fun and for your audience, but you're going to do a dramatic sit-down effect? Okay.
All right. I don't have any notes for this. I don't have anything bullet pointed out. I don't have any
Don't care. Just get to it.
Things that I'd like to talk about, but I have some things that need talked about. This channel, in my mind, was always meant to help people. It's to do two things. It's to document my journey and to show what is possible coming from absolutely nothing with absolutely no help, and to help be the mentor that I wish that I would have had. That's it. That's the purpose of this entire channel. Document my journey, show you guys what I'm doing, what I'm finding interesting, and hopefully help you navigate to a career in music in a much faster and more efficient way than I did. That's just it. YouTube is a wild place. The comment section of YouTube is the craziest thing I've ever experienced in my life. And I have been through some pretty crazy experiences. But some people, and I hesitate to even make a video like this because it's like, oh, you're just giving in to the haters. You're just letting the haters win. But I feel at some point, like, some stuff needs to be said. The quantity of videos being made about me. And
okay, where are they? Where are they? Because I've seen one. Quantity? Maybe there are more. I searched Cult Atmos. I got nothing. The only video I saw was from Barry Johns.
In response to videos that I make, I could have never foreseen that coming. And not all of them are bad. Not all of them are disagreeing. But the quantity of them. And I see all of them, okay?
Bro, I don't know where he's seeing these. Because okay, hold on. Let me try one more time. Here. Cult Caparoon. Like, is there response? Okay, one. No, this is 2 months ago. I mean, maybe there are more somewhere, but I certainly can't find them. And if that's the case, like, they really don't matter then.
Enough people have my phone number that they text them to me when they run across them. I don't watch all of them. Actually, I watch almost none of them because I feel like...
okay, first of all, you can't make this sort of video without watching them. And secondly, how do you know whether or not they're agreeing with you? Especially with the level of clickbait that is going on nowadays. People will say the opposite of what they actually say in the video. You know, whatever will get more clicks. So you really don't know whether people are agreeing with you or not if you're not going to watch it. But it sounds like you watched it and you're not telling the truth here, in my opinion.
The best way to handle stuff, and this is a newfound epiphany for me, the best way to handle stuff is to only
make a video about it.
Criticism from people whom you would take advice from.
Now, this right here, I feel like this is a cope for people who don't want to have to deal with criticism. It's a coping mechanism just to not have to engage with it, because there are plenty of criticisms you can get from people that are worthy, whether or not they are on a higher level than you are not. For instance, right off the bat here, I would say this thumbnail right here, the thumbnail for this video, it's a bit dark. There's a lot of saturation. Like, I think it could be done better, in my opinion. And also, if you go by this method here of whether or not you would take advice from them, that leaves you with a limited amount of people. And eventually, you're going to have less and less people that you would take advice from. It's essentially creating an echo chamber. Am I saying you have to hear out every single piece of advice or criticism? No, but it's just a coping mechanism. And I feel like it's a way to, like, kind of discredit any sort of criticism against you.
And that list of people whom I would seek out for advice is about this long. It is a tiny list, because in order for me to seek advice from someone, they have to be doing something at a level much higher than I'm doing it, or they need to have a skill set that is much further along than mine is. They need to be doing something that I aspire to do. And if the person is not in that position, does not fit that description, then I try really, really hard to not take criticism from them, because I wouldn't take advice from them. But there comes a point.
How do you determine that also? It kind of just closes you off at a certain point. I actually take criticism from my comments sometimes. I'll read it, I'll hear it out, and I'm like, do they have a point here? Can I see what they're saying? Is it something I agree with? And sometimes, whether or not whatever their fucking credits are, whether or not they even have a YouTube channel, they might be right. They might be fucking right. And I think it's something you should do. You don't want to be in an echo chamber. Then you always think you're right, or almost always think you're right.
Let me just preface this by giving you some numbers. In the grand scheme of things, this channel is very, very small. It's very small. In the grand scheme of YouTubers, it's very small. However, the channel gets usually between 250,000 and 500,000 views per month. And the thumbs up to thumbs down ratio on the channel is about 98%, roughly in there. It's like 98.2, 98.3%. So that means that, 98 out of 100 of you that interact with the videos, not just people that watch the videos, but that interact with the videos, are appreciative and that like it. And depending on the video and depending on the video topic, sometimes the comments are overwhelmingly positive. And it means so much to me when I get that, because it makes me feel like it's worth it. What I'm doing here is worth it. I don't make these videos for me.
Okay, first of all, that's a fucking lie, dude. I'm sorry. That's a fucking lie. Okay, you're making thousands of dollars making these videos and you want me to believe you're making it for your audience? Turn your monetization off. Is your monetization completely off? If your monetization is completely off, then I'll believe that. Okay, I don't know whether it is on or off because I have YouTube Premium. If your monetization is completely off, I will believe you. Other than that, though, sorry, don't fucking believe you. No offense. I hate when people say this too. That's bullshit. There's almost no one who makes YouTube videos. Yeah, there's nobody who makes YouTubes for the audience alone. Okay.
These videos for you. I'm a full-time music producer, mixer. Like this is not my career. And when I share a technique or I give some advice or I show this thing or I do a review on this piece of gear and the comments are, thank you so much for doing this. You've helped me, like in any sort of sentiment like that. Okay, then this is worth it. What I'm doing here.
Now, am I saying this is not completely true? No. Like, it's possible to do a bit of both, okay? It's possible to do a bit of both. It's possible to do it to help people, but you're also doing it because you're making money. Like, it's possible that it's both things. It's not mutually exclusive, for sure.
Here is working. The problem starts to come when there are certain videos that just get barrages of hate, just so much hate. And those videos are almost entirely when I'm sharing my journey with you. A lot of them are Atmos. Let's just go ahead and get it out there. A lot of them are
okay. Maybe people don't like Atmos. Pretty simple.
About Atmos, and it's an interesting thing because the polar.
Okay, the reason why people don't like Atmos is because it feels like it's being pushed on us by the industry, and it feels like you're a part of that force. I think that's why people don't like those videos. They don't want to hear about it, and it makes you look like a shill for Atmos.
Rising nature of Atmos, and this video is not just about Atmos. It's about a larger topic of hate and critics and response videos, which we're going to get onto all that. The polarizing nature of Atmos absolutely blows my mind because I've never once told anyone to purchase an Atmos rig. I've actually done quite the opposite and have gone on record in a bunch of videos saying that you should not buy an Atmos rig.
So the thing is, not everybody's going to see that. I didn't see that in that video. I also didn't downvote it or leave a comment. I did react to it like for a second, and then I reacted to Barry John's video, which is the lightest criticism. And I feel like if he watched that video, there's no reason he should be making this video. Because maybe there are other responses that were crazy, but that response was so fluffed up and so nice. Yeah, Ben Jordan already owned Atmos. That is true.
That you should not invest into an Atmos rig unless it makes business and financial sense for you. And until it does, you should not spend your money like this. And so what I'm doing in those videos is I'm sharing my journey with you. I'm doing X, and I would like to show it to you, so hopefully it will help some of you. Recently, I did a Q&A video about Atmos, and
another thing I want to say too, if you're doing this strictly to help people, what's with the clickbait then? Now there's nothing wrong with clickbait, but it's hard to say you're doing it to help people when you're making thumbnails like, what if Atmos dies, with you with like a demon face? You know what I mean? Like, it's hard to say like, okay, I'm just doing this to help people. If you're just doing this to help people, then you wouldn't be trying so hard to get them seen. I don't know. Just saying. Just want to add that in here. There were some brutal comments on Barry's video. I'd have to go look. I mean, that's the thing, though. You're going to get brutal comments everywhere on the internet, pretty much, unless it's like somewhere that censors them, like Instagram.
Title was, what if Atmos dies? And it's because one of the questions was, what if Atmos dies? So I titled the video, one of the questions. We did talk about that in the video. And it's like, in doing...
You should also, just small criticism here. I know you won't listen to it because we wouldn't take advice from this guy. You should put Q&A in it, in the title, because you just put, what if Atmos dies? And it was like you want to upset people less, then clickbait less.
This video, I'm getting questions on Instagram and on Facebook, and I'm trying to help. I didn't get anything out of that video. I'm trying to help you.
AdSense, come on, AdSense.
You guys that are interested in it, decide how to navigate through it. And it's like the comments under that video were like 90% negative. Like, and some of them downright rude and hateful. And it's like, what in the world? I'm just doing this for you guys.
This guy really reminds me of Scott Synth stuff. Just like a guy who's like not chronically online, probably not online very much at all. And he's just totally shocked when he sees like the real internet. I don't know, man. I don't know.
I'm only doing this because you guys asked me to do it.
And also, those are different people, okay? He's like blaming the people who asked him to do this. Meanwhile, the people who asked him to do this are not the same people commenting. I'm assuming those 200 or whatever comments or whatever is on the video, those are not the same people asking the questions. Otherwise, that would be a dickhead move.
You guys asked me these questions. And I know, obviously, the people who asked me the questions and who are asking me to do this are not the same people that are hating on it.
Oh, okay.
Just don't.
Okay, I got pause handy there. Sorry.
Watch the video. Like, if you hate Atmos so much, or if I do a review on a compressor, if you hate that compressor so much, if I talk about a certain person and you hate that person so much, just don't watch the video. I'm doing it because I'm either sharing my journey or because it's going to help someone or because people have asked me for it.
I mean, the same goes back to him though. Like, if you want to talk about a certain topic, you got to understand that not everyone's going to agree with it. And, you know, I'm not defending like hate comments or rude comments, which, oh my God, they're so rude. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. You sound like a Karen, in my opinion, saying that. Like, it's just like, it's like a shock or something. You got to realize this is going to happen and maybe just don't engage with it. Realize you're not going to please everyone. Sometimes you may have straight up piss people off even.
Right. And I'm literally doing it for you. The beautiful thing is, one, it doesn't cost you anything. You get to sit here and watch it completely free of charge.
No, it costs time. First of all, it costs time to watch a video. 2, it costs time to watch ads, or it costs money to pay for YouTube Premium.
It costs you nothing to find out information, whatever information I'm sharing. 2, you don't have to click on it if it's a topic or a subject that you disagree with or that you want no part of. And so that just, at some point, that gets really...
Like I said this earlier, like it just feels like people like this are kind of shilling it. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't personally think he's getting paid to do it. Maybe. I don't know, maybe. But I just think people feel like it's getting pushed on them and they want to push back against that.
Hard to deal with when, you know, if the channel gets 350,000 views a month and it gets, I don't know how many comments, but thousands and thousands of comments per month. And if even only a couple percentage points of those comments are negative, it starts to add up and it starts.
I'm sorry, dude, you won't be able to stop that. The only way you can stop that is by not reading them. Like, and that's if you can't deal with 2% negative comments, like, I don't know if having a YouTube channel is for you, because everyone is going to get criticism. I don't think there's a single person on this platform that is perfect and gets no criticism. And even if that were the case, if they were perfect, you would still get criticism somehow. Like, you can't stop this. You can't stop it. Now, like, can it go too far? Sure. But you just cannot stop criticism or people not liking you.
It get really difficult because we're human and we are hardwired to look at the negative. That's how humans operate. And so it starts to get really difficult sometimes to be motivated to continue making content like this, even content that you ask for, even content that I know some people will find useful, because some of them are just going to get barrages of hate. And then we get onto the response videos, which it's like, I don't care.
I don't want to say he's full of shit, but I've only seen one. And I searched for it. I didn't search super hard, but I don't know. Maybe a lot of the people talking about it don't have any clout, but I've seen one. I've seen only one.
Care if you disagree with me. I really don't. I couldn't possibly care less that you think that I'm wrong and decide to turn on your camera and make a video about it, because you're not me.
You personally couldn't care, but you're mentioning it in a 16-minute video.
You're not living my life. You don't have the career that I have, for better or worse. And so the response videos is like, I kind of put that in a different category, because people are just, people love to hate. And if they title and thumbnail a video with my name and face in the thumbnail, then it gets them views. And so whatever.
They just want my clout. They just want to suck on my clout, my dick clout. They're just trying to suck on the semen that is my clout for my dick. Ugh.
your bag, do whatever. But it's just a why. And I'm not, let me preface this all by also saying that I'm not trying to sit here and necessarily play the poor me card through this entire video.
Come on, dude. Come on, dude. It's not poor me, but you know, I just get so many hate comments, man. I just get so many hate comments. I don't know how to deal with all this. So many in the quantity of response videos. Poor me, but also not poor me, you know?
Where I have a very successful music career where I make money from music that I make that gets released on like a weekly basis. Songs are coming out that I've worked on. If some of you don't believe that, because that was some of the comments that I've seen is like, oh, Colt's just a YouTuber. Colt doesn't actually make any.
Actually, I don't know if you guys noticed this, but I put in the title. I did this deliberately. I wrote YouTuber crashing out.
any money from music. Colt literally just is a salesman for Sweetwater. Like, it's...
Hold on a second here. Salesman for Sweetwater. Wait, so he makes a lot of money off of this too, or then? Does he have affiliate links or something? Affiliate link, bro. I make these videos for you, by the way. But also, you can buy all this shit and give me money down in the description. All this shit. Almost hundreds of fucking things. This has got to be like 50 things right here. You can buy 50 different things down in the comments here where you give me money. But I do this for you. Now, there's nothing wrong with doing affiliate links per se, but... Come on, dude. You can't convince me you're doing this purely for other people. You get a lot of money out of doing this.
It's crazy to me. There's a link in the description of every single video to a playlist of music that I've worked on. I've worked on thousands and thousands of songs. I've charted top 40 on the Billboard rock chart, for crying out loud. Like, it's just wild to me.
Okay, good. Now your next task is to take criticism in stride and not let hate comments ruin your life.
And so anyway, I'm not trying to sit here and poor me, poor Colt, the poor YouTuber. Like, I'm not trying to say that. What I'm trying to do here, I guess, I don't know what I'm trying to do here because I just turned the camera on and started ranting. I guess what I'm trying to do here is like, think about how your words affect people. Like, really think about that. And think about when it's something online. Like, if you wouldn't say something to someone's face, you probably shouldn't type it in a comment.
I love that one. That goes the other way too. So what did you say? If you wouldn't say something to people's face, you shouldn't write it in the comment section. Well, it depends on how receptive somebody would be to that in their face. Some people can't take criticism and they're going to want to fucking fight you if you say it to their face. Some people are sensitive little bitches. So yeah, you can't say that to their face. Just saying. I hate when people say this. It's another cop-out to be like, hey, you can't say that to me. You wouldn't say this to my face. Yeah, first day on the internet. Exactly.
You wouldn't say it to their face. You probably shouldn't make a YouTube video about it. Because what blows my mind is I see people constantly come up to me and like, hey, Cole, it's great to meet you. Big fan of the channel. Fan of your work. Whatever. I've never had a single negative interaction in person. Not one. And almost every time I leave the house, someone comes up to me. Probably because I'm in Nashville, in Music City, and everyone around here is involved in music in some capacity.
Bro, the flex, dude. Okay, we get it. You're famous, bro. We get it. You're famous.
So it's more likely they've been exposed to music content here on YouTube. But like, I go to Costco and the cashier is like, hey, Colt, that was a good video on that compressor. Like, and so I've never had a negative interaction. And I would like to impress upon people that if you would not say something, two things. That's what this video is about. Two things. If you would not say something to someone's face, you should not type it on the internet. And if you would not say something to someone's face, you should not make a video.
So hold on. So which videos is he referencing? Because first of all, I could have sworn he didn't say he hasn't seen any of them, but he tries not to see them, right? So how do you even know this is an issue then? Because I feel like what Barry John said in his video, I feel like he could have said that to your face, you know? I would say it to your face too. I would say, yeah, Atmos seems like a crock of shit. And it seems like you're kind of shilling it a bit. Would I say it in that exact tone? I don't know exactly. He does look like he could just like kind of crumple me up into like a little ball and then throw me. But I don't know. It really depends on his demeanor, you know? And like how comfortable I feel like I could be in terms of honesty without him trying to crumple me up into a ball and throwing me across the Pacific Ocean.
Saying it. And then secondly, do not take criticism from anyone who you would not seek advice. They have to be doing something that you aspire to do. They have to be in a place that you aspire to be, or else it is completely pointless to take their criticisms to heart.
Not true. People can give you criticisms that are just small fixes, and they don't have to be anybody. They can be complete nobodies with the sock account, and they may be saying something that's accurate.
And maybe that sounds like an oxymoron because here I am venting venting about people's negative words, and it's always from people who I wouldn't take any advice from them whatsoever. But man.
So wait, you're taking it to heart then? You're saying you're taking it to heart. You're taking it to heart, but you shouldn't take criticism from anyone who you wouldn't take advice from. But you're basically letting it get to you.
Sometimes. Sometimes you just got to get some stuff off your chest. And what's funny is today was an incredible day. I mixed an incredible song today that like really moved me. I had a phenomenal workout in the gym. Overall, I feel fantastic. And then people just started sending me links of people that are making videos about me. And I didn't even really watch them. I watched 15 seconds of each of them. And then I scrolled through some of the comments.
So that's another way to tell that you're really sensitive to criticism too. You're unwilling to actually engage with it. You don't even know if these videos were good or bad.
Those videos and the comments on those videos are crazy, like real crazy.
Okay, now the comments on the other hand, that's different. Those could be crazy. We might have to go look at those in a second.
Just, man, think about how you treat people. Everything that I do in life and how I conduct myself online and in person is to be a good person. Just simply treat other people how you'd like to be treated. That is how I have lived my life for a very, very long time. And I want to impress upon you who are watching this to do the same. Treat others how you would want to be treated. And
just like that, this guy changed the internet. The internet was never the same after this guy made this video. Suddenly, everyone was nice to each other.
Honestly, and I mean this, I'm so immensely grateful for the music career that I have. I'm so grateful for it. I'm so grateful for this YouTube channel because it definitely has given me some opportunities that I wouldn't have had otherwise. And of course, yes, I make money from this YouTube channel, but this is
just throwing it at the end there. I'm doing it for you guys. 15 minutes later. All right, I do make some money. I do make some money from this channel.
Not my career. However, I'm extremely grateful for it. I'm grateful for the vast majority of you watching that watch every video and support it to no end, and people that follow on Instagram and keep up with what I'm actually doing in a day-to-day basis. There was also a handful of people that were defending me in a lot of comments. And when I see comments in my own videos where people are getting crazy, I see people defending me. And that means a lot to me because I literally don't have the time to reply to every comment. And two, it's just not healthy for me to consume. It's not healthy for any of us to consume that amount of negativity, that quantity of it, even if it's a small percentage.
Speaking of consuming negativity, if you're this sensitive to criticism, you may want to ask your friends to stop texting you every video with 3 views that happens to mention you.
And what I want these videos to be, and I've said this in dozens of videos, I want these videos to be a community that we can help each other. If you see people asking questions in the comments and you have the answer, jump in the comments and help them. We should all help each other. It's literally the reason this channel exists, is to help. Oh, man.
We have to leave that in there. Hey, editor, you cut out me sighing. Put that back in there.
Is to help. Oh, man. Some people's kids. Who knows? Maybe this video doesn't even get posted. I want each and every one of you to be successful. I want you all, if it's what you...
Personally, I think that was a better idea, but also I think this video might be a hit with this community. The people who post videos like this generally have a community that is going to be very receptive to it. Like if I posted this video, I feel like it would go pretty differently. I think it would go much differently.
I want you to have a successful music career. It's what I've always wanted. That's what I've always...
All right, then give me some work then, Colt. Give me some work. Give me some #1 work, bro, if you want to help me.
I wanted for anyone who was interested in having it and to see if there was a way that I could help them achieve that, help you achieve that. That's all I want out of this channel. And it gets difficult to keep going when there's just barrages of hate sometimes. It's one of the reasons why you haven't seen a video in, I don't know, it's probably 12 days by the time you see this. One, I'm working on music because I do actually have a music career.
Okay, we get it, dude.
It gets so demoralizing sometimes. Just like, what am I doing here? Why am I even making this content?
I mean, I get it. I get it. But at the same time, I really think he's overreacting, you know? Really think he's overreacting. I've seen a lot of YouTubers make this exact video. Like, not even just the music production.
But people are gonna people, I guess. I hope that this content helps you. I guess that's it. I guess that's all I got. Don't take criticism from people you wouldn't take advice from. Treat others how you would want to be treated.
I mean, realistically, like, don't take criticism so seriously. I think that would be my response here, to sum it up.
If you wouldn't say it to someone's face, you shouldn't say it on the internet. that feels like a good place to wrap this up.
Bro, hold on a second. Let me pull this up real quick. Let me just show you Barry John's video here. This is an old man, by the way. Barry John's. I mean, maybe there are other response videos that are more scathing, but this is like so nothing. This is so light.
So,
like, he basically just read out his comment to him, which is fairly nice. He basically was like, I politely disagree, sir. Sir, I just want you to let you know, I love everything you do, but other than the Atmos stuff, I disagree. I strongly disagree. I'm sorry to say this. Like, he's just saying like how he doesn't like Atmos.
Change your frame of mind and look at it differently, as if you don't know any of this. Would you want to embrace it?
Like, this is like the nicest video you could ask for in terms of this, you know? Really nice, in my opinion. Probably what hurt the most, TBH? Maybe, you know? If that's the case, though, you're not cut out for the internet, dude. It's not even, like, scathing, like, mean criticism. Like, it's just somebody disagreeing. That's about as light and nice as it can get. Shirt us my eyes. Yeah, that shirt, pretty brutal, pretty brutal.